This is saxophonist Jackiem Joyner, and you're watching Elements of Jazz TV.
Elements of Jazz, your visual jazz experience.
Thank you! A little bit of Grover Watson is alright. I grew up in Norfolk, Virginia in Ocean View, which is right on the ocean. It's not a really great ocean, but that's where all my cousins and family and my aunts, and we all kind of grew up together as young kids. I wasn't into music at that time. I was about, I don't know, 10, 11 years old. My mom moved us to upstate New York. We lived in two places, Syracuse and Buffalo. Syracuse is where I spent most of the time. That's actually where I started playing saxophone. And that was a different place. It's cold there. But it allowed me to stay in and practice rather than being out and playing basketball. With my father and also my two older sisters was really a fulfilling experience. I hadn't seen my father since I was 7 years old, and it was just amazing. I had so many questions to ask him, and when I finally went to see him, because we talked on the phone several times before I actually flew out to Virginia to see him, and it was actually on my birthday. We spent my birthday together with my father, and we even had a little jam session because he plays bass and guitar, and we got snowed in. I was supposed to fly back in 2 days, but we got snowed in, so I had to stay for 4 days. So we did board games and caught up. It was a really great experience. I wrote 2 songs to commemorate that on my latest record, which is self-titled Jackiem Joyner, The Reunion, and also Back Together Again. It's self-titled CD Jackiem Joyner. We'll take this a minute to introduce the band. On keyboards, Bill Steinway. On bass, this is actually his first time performing with me. Give it up for Mr. Eric Baines. On drums, all the way from Compton, Ray Johnson. And also on percussion, Gary Stanionis. And on guitar, Keita Matsuno. This was the time to take me there. Say on my latest project, I did a collaboration with Paul Jackson Jr. and I had always wanted to perform with him, and it was amazing because we actually recorded his part in my hotel room. and I was doing a show at Berks Jazz Festival. I think this was in early 2010, I think. And he said, sure, he'll do it. And I watched him, and I watched him write some guitar parts on a song called Turn It Up. In fact, we're going to play that tonight. That was really an amazing experience to get him play on it. I've collaborated with Rick Braun, and also Peter White played on my very first CD, on my first single that ever went to radio, called Stay With Me Tonight, and me and Peter White performed that. We also performed that live together several times in Southern California, and also recently collaborated with Keiko Matsui on her latest project, The Road ... So I love collaboration.
On guitar.
I came up, I didn't start playing saxophone until I was 14, I think. And I listened to a lot of Charlie Parker and also John Coltrane and also Dexter Gordon. And I didn't really move into the contemporary side of music until I heard on the radio Gerald Albright playing My And then I started listening to Gerald Albright, and then from there I started listening to Candy Dulfer and Boney James, and all of them played a part, even some of the songs I played while in high school. So it's just kind of amazing that I see them now on the road touring the same places that I performed. Japan is fun. This year is probably my 5th time going to Japan. I always love Japan. It's a great place. I'm picking up some of the words. I love the train. I love the people. Everybody's nice. Everybody's very efficient, it seems to be, and on time with everything. There's a lot of good musicians there. I actually seen some of my friends, some of my musician friends were touring there as well this year. I went there with Keiko Matsui, but it's always a good experience. I love the electronics that's there, and the way they respond to your music is really good. watching a movie, and I found myself paying more attention to the soundtrack than the movie. And it probably was a couple of years ago that I started to try to compose some of it, and I started to get better, and my iPad began to get filled with more of this kind of music and less of other things that I used to listen to, and a lot of that stuff is reflected on my latest CD. Don't Want to Miss a Thing is a song that was recorded by Aerosmith, and I actually have strings and horns accompany me along with the live band on that track, and also there are a few other tracks where I have cello and violin, so now people are starting to hear it in my music. Hearing my first single. I heard it, I was in my car, and I just turned to the radio station, and it was on, and it was just one of those moments, and it's really hard to explain, but it's just a very fulfilling moment. It was just, I was so happy to hear it. I called my mom, I called my sister, I called everyone, I screamed my wife to come to the car, and it was just really, it feels really good. To my fans, you guys are really important. You've been supporting my music. I put out 3 records, and I still have some of the same fans. Some of you, I get emails from you. A lot of you now are friends on Facebook, and we follow each other. My website is www.jackiemjoyner.com, and I just want you guys to know that when I write music, I'm always thinking about you, and when I perform music live, it's always a response that I get from you that makes me perform better and want to continue to do what it is that I'm doing. So thank you very much. Just want to say continue to follow me. If you go to my website, you can connect with me on Twitter and also on Facebook.